Hey guys, I am back with a layout, and this layout I actually did live quite some time ago on the My Little Scrapbook Store Facebook group. But now that we know Facebook is going to be deleting videos after 30 days, and this has been on here for at least a year, I am slowly trying to download all of these videos and put them up on YouTube. So here I am. I'm using the Beach Vibes collection by Photoplay, and I love, love, love the colors in this collection. But you will find in this collection that I also created a bunch of the embellishments using my stamps and dies. So I'm going to show you those. And then I have a technique in here of what I did to create the title for this layout. And I really, really love this technique, and watching these old videos, um, I'm super excited. I kind of want to do this again. Sorry, I was showing you a project that I made just a moment ago that has nothing to do with this video, but um, like I said, I'm having to just kind of do a voiceover where I had done this live, and I believe the original video was about an hour and 35 minutes. So we put it on speed up mode and got this down to 24 minutes. So here's some of the beautiful papers in this collection. And I'm not sure if Michelle has this available in the shop still, but if she does, I will certainly link it. But like I said, it is not a new collection. Maybe came out last year, possibly, but look at the colors. They work out so perfectly with the pictures. I'm documenting some pictures. My son lives at the beach, as y'all know, and there's an island called Masonboro Island that we often go out to on his boat, and that is the little path that takes you from the intercoastal side, and you walk through that path, and then you get to the beach, to the actual ocean, and it's an expansive beach with absolutely nothing on it. It is absolutely gorgeous. So, I am pulling out, I don't know what I'm talking to you guys to them about at the moment, but I'm using that shell paper as like inspiration for my color palette and what I'm going to do with some inking and stuff that I'm going to do to create my title. Um, I that Distress Oxide is, I think it's saltwater taffy. And I think I used that um, early on. Then I have, I believe, Juniper Mist, Catherine Pooler ink, Bay Breeze, I believe, which is a Catherine Pooler ink, and another one, which I think might be, I'm sorry, I don't know what that other color was, and I can't. Oh, Hot Tub, Hot Tub. That's my little swatch book, and I think I'm explaining everybody right now that it is super important to swatch your inks, especially Catherine Pooler inks, because honestly, the color on top on the lid does not always match the color once it's inked. However, when you're using Catherine Pooler inks, you also um, need to realize that it's going to dry lighter than you think. So I think that gray ink that I'm using is Pebble as well. So I'm showing you some of the embellishments that I made. This has been one of my all-time favorite Pink and Main stamps. It's called Sunkissed, I believe. It is an older stamp. Unfortunately, it's no longer available in the shop, and I do not believe that Michelle can get anymore. So it might be something that you would have to buy used. But I decorated those sunglasses, or stamped them out and then colored them. I did a lot of this stamping obviously beforehand. This is a close to my heart die set with all of the shells. So I stamped those and colored them with my markers and cut them out. That little message in a bottle, sorry I'm off screen a little bit, is another one that I stamped and colored, and then I added some acetate on top of it so it actually looks like a bottle. So it's got that little clear part. I used some Heidi Swapp stamps on this one and stamped that out and then cut it into a circle to use as a possible embellishment as well. And I'm just holding up that paper just to show you how I picked my colors when I was coloring everything. So I often will pull out a main paper that has all the colors. Okay, now we're going to make the an option for part of the title. I'm going to use a bunch of different stamps. You see them there stacked up on the left. And I'm using, I think that's Pebble, the gray ink, Bay Breeze, and Hot Tub. Those are going to be the 3 inks that I'm going to use. And I'm going to do a bunch of repetitive stamping with a bunch of different stamps. And it's going to look like a real hot mess when it's done. But when you cut the paper out into smaller images, I love the way it looks. And like I said, it's kind of fun seeing this older video because now I'm thinking, ooh, I need to do this technique again and make my own title, using inks like this. So this is one of my favorite script stamps. If it's available, I will link it below. It's a Wendy Vecchi stamp, I believe. So I started with that. Now I'm coming in, and I think I used Hot Tub for that. Now I'm coming in with another stamp, and this is just those polka dots from the Vicki Boutin stamp from Color Study, and just kind of stamping it all over, doing first generation stamping as well as second generation stamping, and just kind of filling in the page. That's the main thing, is I don't want to see white space. So now I'm coming in with one of the leaves from that Catherine Pooler set. And I'm using Bay Breeze. No. Am I? I might be using Bay Breeze, but maybe stamping. Oh, no. I'm using Hot Tub again. Sorry. This is from a Paige Evans stamp set, and I'm using the Pebbles one. And I think it's just part of the globe, but I was just stamping it on more for texture and just to get that color on. So now I think, what am I stamping now? This is going to be, I think I'm just putting like a little phrase or something. I can't tell what this stamp is, but again, just repetitive stamping, doing it over and over and over, filling in those spots. And now I'm going to come in and grab that sun off of that Heidi Swapp stamp and fill it in. And like I said, it's looking like a crazy mess, but it's going to look so cool when these are cut out into alphabet, like for letters. I'm going to use a die set that I have that are kind of like a blocky letter, and die cut these out into letters that will spell beach. Okay. I think this one, I'm going to grab the ink splotch stamp, I want to say, and fill in a little more into those white spots that I want to fill out with some color. I find that I use these more if I'm doing more of a monochromatic, so similar colored inks. I will show you a little bit later in this video where I did do some stamping with several other colors to try to make the alphabet as well. I end up not choosing that one, but that's okay. So here's the letters. Look at, guys, isn't it so cute? So I spelled out beach, and that is going to be part of the title. I also did beforehand, this is the other one that where I use a little bit more colors. I use the pink and the blue and the green. And I like both of them, but I feel like the monochromatic one reads a little bit easier. It's a little bit easier on your eyes, and I think it will work out better on the layout. So we are going to go ahead and proceed with the layout. I'm going to put everything on white cardstock, and I'm going to pick out 3 of the pattern papers. I believe the shell one, I love that one. I didn't end up using that one, I don't think. I'm pulling out my embellishments just so I can get the colors right. Yep, that one, and maybe I do use that blue one. I can't remember. I guess we'll find out. I'm going to back my photos in the navy blue pattern there. It's kind of like a navy blue um, wood grain almost looking. And if you guys have watched me for a while, you could definitely save on your pattern paper and just use navy blue cardstock, but I typically do not use cardstock except for white and maybe black. Um, if I have cardstock, I'm typically using it to die cut alphabet titles, or I will use that on cards more than likely. Oh, I guess I am going to use this one. I'm going to cut all of these papers at kind of like an angle and then situate them in a vertical pattern going up and down on my layout. And I love this. I really enjoy this design. And that's going to be kind of my main design. And then I'm going to pull in lots of other stuff. So you're going to watch me here just play around with my embellishing. And this is truly how my process goes, is just starting to lay things out, play around, and you'll see how things do change as we go through this layout. And then here's my beach. I'm going to see where I'm going to put my title, which is going to change also. And the name of this collection was Beach Vibes, and I decided to use that as my title. So, little trick, if you struggle with titles, I often will find my titles in the ephemera or on the sticker sheet or on a cut apart card, and I'll see something that sounds good as a title, but because I want to make it a little more prominent on the layout, I'll typically use my thickers or whatever and spell out my own title instead of using the pre-made smaller embellishment or sticker. But it's a really fun and kind of easy way to find a title. And that's how I did this one. Those blue thickers, I think, might be from Heidi Swapp. I cannot remember. But y'all, those shells, I bought that stamp and die set from Close to My Heart years ago, and they're very big, the stamps, but I love them so much. Okay, that was a Heidi Swapp stamp that I just pulled out, and it has like this sand stamp, and so I pulled out, I think that might be frayed burlap, possibly, to kind of have the sand look coming out from the sides of the papers. So I don't know if that's frayed burlap or antique linen. It's one of them, but it's the perfect color. And you saw me draw a pencil line, and I'm just following along that pencil line. So now that little bit of ink is going to stick out from the paper, from the edge of the paper. Now I'm using this little stamp, and I don't know what it is, if it's a polka dot or whatever, but I'm rolling it up in my hand, and it's just an acrylic stamp or photopolymer or whatever, and just randomly stamping to add a little bit more texture. So I love transitioning from like the straight edge of the paper onto the white with something. You'll see that a lot in my videos. I'm inking all the edges in antique linen right now. And now I'm going to get stuff glued down, and then we will continue to build our embellishment clusters. So, if y'all are not familiar with My Little Scrapbook Store, it is an online store. Owner is Michelle. She is amazing and she treats her customers just so awesome. She has live sales, and those sales are held. You can see them on Facebook, on her app, which the app is the best way, or the website. And during the live sales, she takes things out of the packages, shows you everything in person, and it gives you a really good idea of what everything really looks like versus a stock photo. I can't tell you how many times I've looked at a stock photo, I'm like, I don't really like that collection. And then I see it live in the sale, totally different, totally different. So her sales are amazing. Let me step in. I'm using a film strip real quick from 49 and Market, and I'm going to end up using that to hold my title. And my title is going to be on its side, kind of going up along that film strip. So anyway, back to My Little Scrapbook Store. So you can go on to the sales. You just literally click a button that says buy or something, and it goes into your cart. And then at the end of the sale, you pay for it. And often she'll have like a sequence of 2 or 3 sales, and she'll hold your items from all of the sales and ship it all at once for one shipping fee. I think her shipping fee is $9.99, and that's for everything. So it's really great unless you need it sooner. If you need it sooner, you just message her and she will ship it out right away. But I love her sales. She also has a website, but things typically tend to sell out in the sale a lot of times. And then she does reorders, and then she has a wait list. So if things have sold out, you go on the wait list, she reorders, put it in your cart as soon as it comes in, you pay for it, and then she'll ship it, usually with the next sale, unless you want it shipped sooner. So she is so sweet and just really accommodates to whatever it is you need. And she does whatever she can to save her customers money, honestly. Anyway, I'll leave the link to the Facebook group. That's a perfect place to start. And then I'll leave a link for her store as well. All right. There's my embellishment cluster on the bottom. I love it. It's going to be with the shells in the little bottle. And we're going to get to the top embellishment cluster, and that's where you're going to see I'm going to struggle a little bit. So, but we do end up figuring it out. Oh, I guess I did put a film strip on both sides. You guys, those film strips, I almost always cut them in half and use it. It's just like you get 2 for the price of 1, right? So keep that in mind. If you're layering with a film strip, don't be afraid to cut it so that you can use it again in another place on the same layout or use it on a different layout. Here's the sticker sheet, and I'm trying to figure out what to do up top there. But it's just like everything is either too small or too big. I'm having the hardest time getting embellishments to at the scale that I want them. So you're going to watch me play around here, auditioning different pieces. And I do, in hindsight, watching this on replay, I don't mind that umbrella actually, but I don't end up using it. So, that's the funny thing about watching your videos play back. Sometimes I'm like, wait, yeah, no, that was good. You should have kept that there. But in the moment, obviously my brain was in a different place and looking for something different on that layout. I love the colors in this collection though. See that shell? It's just too big. Oh, now that umbrella really looks cute down there too. But I don't think I leave it there. Yeah. I do move the shell down there. Then I'm going to bring in those glasses up at the top, and I love that. But my problem is going to be the color of them. So Vibes is blue, so I already have quite a bit of blue up there. And then the glasses are mainly blue. And trying to find other embellishments that are not blue to go up there, I end up struggling. So you see me play around. I've got some tiny shells also that I die cut from probably a close to my heart set as well. I don't remember the name of it though. And I do a lot of beach pictures. If you follow me, you'll know I do a lot of beach pictures because my son lives at the beach and we go to the beach a lot. And my other son lives in mountains, so I do kind of a lot of snow pictures, even though I live in North Carolina. Um, and we don't get snow. However, when I'm recording doing this voiceover, we got 2.5 inches of snow yesterday. So we had a snow day. Everything was closed, everything was shut down. So it was a day inside, which I did not mind at all. But so I'm thinking I might use that shell and instead of the glasses, and that would bring in my blue, and then I go a whole nother route. So anyway, back to my little scrapbook store as well. Um, on our Facebook group, we do tons of lives. Like I do 2 lives a month. We have 8 designers and 6 or 8, I can't remember. And we all do approximately 2 lives a month. So you can go on, chat with us in the chat, and we do a live and create a layout or show a technique or do something. So we have that going on. We also do crops. So they are usually every 3 months or so we do a crop, and it's a weekend crop. And we have events and lives and Zooms and Zoom crops throughout the weekend and challenges. So, usually about 20 challenges. And you complete the challenge, and then you have a chance to win a gift card by submitting your layout. And then we use Random Picker to pick a winner. So, those are always super fun as well. And those crops are located in a different Facebook group, but when we have them up, we will announce everything on the main Facebook group, and then you just go over to the other one. Here's where I finally find what I'm going to use. Now, all of these stickers are super white, but there's a lot of creamy stuff going on with the embellishments with like the shells and stuff. So I end up taking the antique linen distress ink and inking up those stickers so that they're not so white. And now I'm just working on putting together a little cluster of shells that goes over that, I don't know if that's like reef or whatever it is, that bigger sticker. But because that sticker is not so heavy looking, I do feel like it looks okay at the top there. And I think that's where I'm gonna stop. I think it's gonna stay there. And now I'm adding some gems in each of the clusters. And then I think this is probably going to finish up the layout. Yeah, there's my little gems, my little clusters. Those are some pink fresh gems. The matte gold, I believe, is what they are. And I love them. I love that they have those teeny tiny ones. So I'm so glad that y'all joined me today. If you have any questions about anything, leave them in the comments. If you are not subscribed yet, I would love for you to subscribe to my channel. My next goal is 2,500 subscribers. So, oh, I guess I forgot to put that film strip back in. Maybe, do I do that? Yeah, I think I do leave it there. And then I still have to probably glue down. I don't know if I glued everything down in that right corner or not. But anyway, I am going to finish this up, and then that will be it for this layout. And you're going to see lots of other layouts coming, because as I download all of my live videos from the past several years from Facebook, I am going to move them over here on YouTube. So y'all have a great day. I'll have some close-ups coming up next. Bye, guys.